Hey everyone, welcome to Mostly Muscle. We're going to do about a 7-minute workout that is just focused, of course, on muscle. And today we'll focus simply on the low body. So this is something that you would be able to do, quick little warm up, do to hit all the muscles that you need in the low body. I will be using one piece of equipment, which is a mini band. If you don't have a mini band, that is okay. You can certainly do the exercises without, okay? So starting off, just getting nice and tall, roll those shoulders back, and we're going to do a little squat and open up that posture. Yes, it's going to be low body work, of course, but we're also just thinking about that posture and opening up through that upper body also. 2 more, just like that, pressing the hips back. Awesome. And release and relax. Let yourself step a little bit wider. You'll notice that my feet are slightly turned out corner to corner, just a little bit. Respecting the hips and the knees and how those feel for you today. And if it's possible, start to let yourself step just a little bit wider. Shift side to side. So opening up the muscles, the joints, and warming those, loosening up the hips, the knees, the muscles that support those joints. Awesome. Let's stay over to whatever side you happen to be on and just let yourself take a little bit of a lift and then take a little bit of a lower in there. Just a little bit of a lift, staying on the same side, okay? And just 2 more to go. And last, and then we'll shift over to the other side. So again, just take a little moment here to shift and see how that feels for you. You're going nice and slow, right? So that you can respect how it's feeling in any area of the body, particularly right now, you'd be thinking about your knee and your hip. And you'll notice as I shift over, that knee stays over top of the ankle. Just a few more, little lift and a little press, little sink in here. 2 to go. Awesome. Now I'm going to ask you to center yourself back up, walk the feet in, standing really tall, rock and roll as I call it, heel to toe here. Feeling your whole foot imprint into the, let's say sand if we were standing on the beach, snow if you prefer that, and hold. Hands to hips. We're going to extend the leg out and start to activate the muscles that support the back and the side of the hip. So what that looks like is not straight out to the side, but rather just slightly back here, just slightly back. So we'll turn back here so I can be with you here. Extend, squeeze the seat. 2 more. Last. Awesome. Rest. Find your balance on your second side there and extend. Woo, got a little wiggle. So make sure that you're close to something that you're able to hold onto, just in case you do have that little wiggle there. So again, activating the hip at the front and the back. 3. Good. And 2. So hopefully we're starting to feel a little bit warmer through the low body. That's what we're going to activate. Last one. Back to center. Now I'm going to turn again so you can see what I'm up to. We're going to activate the back of the thigh, okay? So standing tall, your thighs actually stay in line when you lift the leg, meaning you're not going to pull the foot forward, the leg forward, but rather lower down and lift. Squeeze your heel towards your bottom, activating through the back of that thigh or those hamstrings. 3 and 2, still just in that warm up. Good, switch sides. Same thing, find your balance on your second side. Your thighs stay in line with each other, right? So that we don't end up pulling the leg forward, but rather you let that knee, that's the lifted leg, you let that knee stay pointed toward the floor. Awesome. Squeeze the back of the thigh. And 3, 2, another little wiggle there. Last. Excellent. Okay, let's go ahead and do a little bit, again, mostly muscle is this little video today. Quads, hamstrings, glutes, calves, shins. Got it? Okay, sit back. Let's squat. Let's lift. Now, press the hips back, way, way, way back. And of course, you're choosing how low you feel comfortable going. I invite you to go really slowly so that you can find the point at which your body asks you to stop. Now, make sure you push way back at the hip. I'm going to turn back to you here. Push way back and lift. Now, let's plug in. Right, we're a fan of those sort of multi-purpose exercises. Let's plug in work at the front of the low leg or the shin. Hold your squat. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take one foot at a time. I'm going to turn so you can have a little better look at my foot there. We're going to sit into our squat, and then we're going to pull our toes up one at a time. This part of me won't move, but I'm lifting those toes. Lots of ankle motion from flat to pull, flat to pull. Stay in your squat, alternate. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now squat, down and lift, and down, lift. 3 to go. Awesome. This next one is your last one. Hold. Let's do that toe lift again. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's 1 foot at a time. Activating the muscles just below and slightly to the outside of the knee. 4, 3, 2, hold. Come on up. Circle the ankle around. Switch. Oh, crack, crack. Switch. Awesome. All right, back we go. It's quick, right? We want to get through this. Activating all the low back muscles, nice and tall. Pull in through the abdominals. Pelvic floor in. Activate those hamstrings. Now, kind of like we did when we were warming the muscle, but hold. Imagine you have, let's say, a golf ball or a clementine behind the knee, and I want you to hold on to it. Yes? Now imagine that somebody's trying to pull it away. So hold it a little bit more. Stay there. Now push, push, push. If the heel starts to drop, I want you to pull that back up. It means you dropped that golf ball, right? Push, push. Good, so we should have lots of activation through those hamstrings. Woo, wiggle, hold it here. 4, 3, 2. Take that leg you had out. Let's sweep it forward. Sit back and give it a little stretch. So it's interesting that we really don't need a heck of a lot of equipment. In fact, we haven't used any equipment yet. And we're getting some activation through the low body muscles. So same exercise, just turning the other side. So you're picturing again your something about the size of a golf ball or that clementine behind the knee. Pull and hold. Pull a little bit more. Now lengthen up the posture. Collarbone open. Push, push. But hold that heel up, right? When it starts to drop, we're going to lose a little bit of the hamstring work. Pull and hold. And already you feel that activation in the hamstrings. Abdominals are in. Good. 4, let your breath go. 3 and 2, take that leg you have up, sweep it out, sit down, give those hamstrings a little stretch. All right, we've activated quads, hamstrings, shin. Let's go to calves. So we're going to do a little lift. Ready? Little calf raise, that's all. Now what might happen is you might find your ankles tend to roll out a little bit. So let's think about grounding all of the toes and in fact lifting, and I'm going to pause for a moment, lifting and really pressing with the big toe and the second toe. Okay, if you've got weight on your baby toes, I want you to pull back to the big toe. So I'm going to go this way and we're going to lift and lower, straight up and down, straight up and down. Now, here's where this might not be so challenging for you. So in case it's not, here's what we're going to add. I want you to ever so slowly lower down. Ready? Slow, slow, slow. You're not down yet. 3, 2, 1. Down out of your calf raise. Lift. Hold. Woo. Oh, I'm lucky I've got the ceiling right above me here. Hold. Strong and steady. Weight to the big toe. Remember, not the baby toe. Down we go. Ready? 4. Exhale. 3, 2. All the way down. 2 more like that. Up we go. Hold. Abdominals are in. Collarbones wide. Pelvic floor in 2. Let's go. Down. Hold. hold, slow and steady. Good, last one, lift it up and hold, open, tall posture, lower down, 4, exhale, 3, and 2, and you're down. Excellent. Now, go ahead and give that ankle a little circle if you've got a bit of tightness in the calves. And the next and last, we're going to use a mini band as an option. If you don't have one, that is okay. You can actually do the same movement without the mini band. And this is just a sample of some of the exercises we're going to be using in the spring term in our Mostly Muscle class on a Thursday morning. And if you're going to be joining me for that, I do actually have a few of the bands and ball kits left. So send me a message, Deanna at deannalangfordcoaching.com, and I can arrange to get you one of those. We are tall, of course, open. Now, what we're going to do with that band is keep yourself about your hip width apart, okay? What I mean by that is keep the feet wide, shift your weight slightly to one side, doesn't matter which, lengthen up, hands to hips. Like you did in the warm-up, you're going to let that leg lift out and lift out. Now, I want you to slow down the return. Extend, slow down the return. Extend, slow down. My leg is going almost right out to the side there with just a tiny bit of an angle back. Just a tiny bit. 4, turn back this way to you. 3, 2, good, switch sides. So we're quick through, right? I wanted a little routine for you that you could do in under 10 minutes, right? Quick, easy, activate the muscles if you've been sitting a lot this morning or this afternoon, and hold. You're strong, you're tall, shoulders are relaxed, jaw and neck are relaxed. 3, good, 2. Now, what we're going to do last, that's it, is if you're using a band, you're going to take the band and hook it around that, you know, the part of the shoe where you kind of, your instep, it kind of narrows in a little bit. Put that band in that part of the shoe. If you don't have it, you don't have to use it, of course, right? Then let the other side of the band or the other anchor is just around my ankle. And I'm going to do a little push. Now notice, and if you're not using the band, a little hinge forward and press. You might actually feel a little bit of work in the hamstrings of that leg that's pushing and in the glutes or in our seat, that back pocket area. Lots of great stabilization in the leg you're standing on. 3, 2, last. Awesome. Switch sides. Come on, we're almost done. Let's go. Other leg, I don't need to turn around, do I? Take that other foot, hook that band around that instep. Standing leg is a bent knee. Hinge forward a little bit at the hip and push. So you can do the same thing again without the band. It's totally up to you. Oh, I have a little ball that's going to make its appearance there and roll away. It wants to join us also. 4 and 3, 2, last one, rest. Awesome. Unhook. Quick little stretch. One foot's extending, you're pushing back. Hold and exhale. Switch. Excellent. Then we're going to go a couple little stretches for the hip, the thigh, and then you're all done. Stand tall. Go ahead and cross one foot. Now I'm actually going to lean right against my wall here. You can do this seated in a chair or use the wall. And hold. 3, 2, last. Switch. Find your balance. Second side. Sit down there. Awesome. And 3, 2, last. We're going to give those quads a stretch. Grab a hold up tall. Excellent. And next we're going to, not right at this moment, but this video will be followed by mostly muscle for the upper body and then a bit of core. So go ahead and have a scroll through those as those come up. And scroll on back too, because there are some other upper body, lower body boot camp videos throughout. Take a rest. Questions, comments, concerns, again, message me, Deanna at deannalangfordcoaching.com. and I'll see you soon. If you'd like to join us for Mostly Muscle starting in April, also send me a message. Have a great day, everybody.